Should we do a Warlock run? I really don't want to play Wizard right now, so I guess we'll do a Warlock run. Alright, so Lucky Hat or Staff of Auto Casting? Well, there we go. Staff of Auto Casting with an old map and the Arch Magi robes. So 20 skill power, 20 resist, no joke. Even like the boots of speed I kind of rank kind of high, just because you can do the run that much faster, and that has some benefit. You have more time to do other things.
Man, you gotta have that time where you just like disconnect from the scene, just the race.
Got my Warlock to 10. Nice, elite. Also, how you doing, man? I didn't know you were in here. Let's go Evil Infusion, need our Lifesteal, Fanatic Eruption, Wicked Sickness, Starlit Stinger for crit, and what's our last one? This is like the wild card one. Overflowing Physique was one we used before. We used one last time, we were really happy with it. Which one was it? Oh, it's Elemental Bruiser. Do the more damage. Which also reminds me I need to change my statues now. So I'm curious your opinion. I like the pyramid, but the desert is killing me. Your thoughts on the desert? So to be completely honest, if you look at all my characters, I've done 3 runs on the Paladin and 1 run on everything else except for the Thief. Because I don't really see the need to spread out the runs. I just want to do the highest over and over again. So I picked Thief. I know a lot of people pick Paladin, but I haven't had too much issue on the Thief. I don't know what character you're playing on. Judy got here. That's the drinks I've been using. Oh, just got here? That's the drinks I've been using. Yeah, I think those drinks are probably the best for spellcasters. So yeah, Warlock, Wizard, and Sorcerer. So Bogarth, we never changed that one out. Baralath is going to be switched for Cedric, and Callus will be switched for Wilmer. So we have our additional regen and resist, we'll have our additional skill power equal to our resist, or a percentage of our resist. We'll have faster skills, and the cost of our skills will give us more damage. We're using Elemental Bruiser, so our skills cost more. And then we want to stay in combo as much as possible. And what else? So we did Anvil, we did Shop, we did Drinks. We gotta do Fountain. And what's our Blessings? Our Blessings are fine, full right side. So let's do... Wasn't like sold on abundant shops. Could be useful. We need to try it out a little more. Because the monoliths are pretty hit or miss too. We'll try it out some more. So that's our 40k. Do you know if the wizard primary scales off attack power? If so, possible auto build. So the wizard is a kind of a strange case. So yes, his primary does scale off of attack power. Every character, their primary scales off attack power. There's no exceptions. But the difference between the wizard and everyone else is your fireball doesn't do that much damage. So you have the 20 magic damage, which is your primary attack. Attack power increases the damage of your primary attack by 370%. That's what I have. But really, so that's 20 damage times, let's just say 400. So that's like 80 damage for Fireball rank 6. But what's really doing all your damage is the Scorched Earth does 16 damage per second. It's a passive skill, which is increased by our skill power. So that's 300%. and that makes it 3248 damage over time with this, and this just happens on all your skills. So it's not quite 80, but it does do 48 every second, which is pretty legit. But you also have combustion, so if you hit with your fireball against a target, it's also going to do the 20 magic damage per second for 4 seconds, which that 20 is times by the 30% skill power as well, so it's another 60 damage over time. So you have almost 100 damage over time for each second that way, and you're only doing 80 with your primary attack. That's if you're not critting. When you start critting, it gets more complicated, but you can also crit with your skills. So this passive skill can crit, this other passive skill can crit. But as long as you hit something, you're gonna do the combustion above their head, which is the 4-second one, and you're gonna do the scorched earth under their feet. Alright, so let's go back to the Warlock. Actually, we probably need to restart the client just to make sure we don't crash. So we did fountain, we did everything else. We need to throw money in the fountain. Yeah, I guess we will. Thanks, that's not very intuitive. Yeah, the whole like attack power increases your primary even if your attack power is a magic like fireball. It's just kind of, the language doesn't quite translate correctly, that your primary can be a magic fireball, but that's considered your primary damage that scales with attack power, and you can add flat physical and all this kind of stuff. It's just, you just got to know that primary is only your primary attack, and your divine skill as well, that also counts as your primary, and it scales. So what I mean when I say the divine skill, this is divine strike, divine blast, divine bomb, divine hammer. If you pick one of these, it counts as if it's basically a primary, so you end up having 2 primary skills, is the way it works, even though it's not really explained very well. Alright, so doing Warlock NG+9, so I'm going to update the title. Callous arrows? Callous arrows. I don't think... I'd have to read it actually. I think those are considered kind of like an item, where it scales off of skill power. Items scale off of skill power, by the way. So Callus or Kyra. 20% faster primary. 50% chance to fire 2 arrows dealing physical damage. I don't think this is considered a primary as well. Let's see. How good is the strike? I think the strike's good on the Warlock. I like blast on a lot of people, and hammer on sorcerer. Which maybe I should try hammer on this character, but I just spent all my gold, so I can't try that. I like hammer and strike on casters. On melee people, divine blast. I tried using bomb on gladiator, but it was horrible, so will not recommend anyone trying that. Like, you can get crit bombs and they do a lot of damage, which might be relevant for low NG, but higher NG, the mechanics of it are just god-awful. You like kill things, the bomb drops, and then you walk away, the monsters walk out of it, and just the timing and everything with it just doesn't work out well. Hammer Wizard sounds good to me. Yeah, I was using strike, and then I switched to hammer Oh, I was thinking Sorcerer, but yeah, Hammer Wizard is probably good. I'm using Strike on my Wizard, but Hammer's probably just as good. I also tried Hammer on Ranger yesterday, and that felt really good. I was like really surprised how well Hammer on Ranger felt. But that was also an insane run. Like one of my luckiest runs I've had, I think. At least recently, that I can remember. What does Strike do again? So Divine Strike, your primary attack fires a bolt at a random enemy, dealing 12 magic damage. Cooldown is 0.01 seconds. So it scales really well with like attack speed. But we also do, we have the magical damage ignores 20% of elemental resist, or enemies' resistances. So the Divine Strike kind of works with that. It's not treated as a skill, so it doesn't work with these other ones. But you can kind of see it's like a little gold lightning bolt that shoots out, kind of like my primary, but just a different color. It just has good targeting, and it can be the best for like proccing some of your skills, some of your items, because it just hits so often compared to some of the other ones. Ooh, a gift for me. What do we got? Some keys. Act 1 keys is a pretty yikes. So many gold keys. Yeah, I start 12 bronze, 15 silver, 12 gold. I don't always need them, but I've ran out with less, so I at least get that. If I run out with 12 at some point, then I'll go to 13 or 15 or something. It's not worth like giving up the items on like a run where you're like really hurting for like completion of it. Like when you get to the point where you're doing like a progression run and you're really struggling, you do not want the issue that you didn't get the gold chest to be because of like 500 gold. And if that item was like a set item that you needed to push you over the edge. I start with 25, 25, 20 because I ran out of silver keys with 20. Oh man. That's a lot of silver chests that you found. I've never found that many. I know I've ran out with 15, or like basically had 0, but I don't think I've ever like actually ran out. And I was able to like find another one. Oh, we have old map. We don't have to go over. Oh, there's a chest over there. We can use the old map to our advantage. Not go to places we don't need to. But we still want to make sure that we get our levels. Because I'm still attuning items / just starting the Bestiary. Oh, that's the wrong way. So you can't leech off this guy, but I think we can do enough damage fast enough. Yeah. I think we got hit. Oh, an ace key off the first boss. Okay. That's interesting. There were 2 more chests you didn't open when you ran out of keys with 20 keys. That's insane. I would never have expected you to run out of keys with that many. That just must mean like either all your bronze chests like turned into silver chests, or you basically had no gold chests in the whole run. So you either got super lucky or super unlucky. Another imp. Alright, give me some ore this time. Some gold. Gold's okay. We're just really hurting for ore, so. Okay, so being someone super new, when should you put some stars towards Bestiary? Or is that not a big deal and should focus on tune items and such? So the way I play the game is I get all of my skills first. So around level 30, 32, depending on your guild hall level, you'll have all your skills at the max rank. Once you have that, I started tuning items that matter for my character. And then when I run out of items that matter, I will move on to the Bestiary. When I start having like some enemies that really hurt, like Wisp in Act 4 or the Ghost in Act 3. When I start having trouble against those, I'll start attuning those guys. Or if I start having trouble like tanking the Watcher boss, I'll give myself some more damage by attuning him, so I get more leech. And he does less damage. So the way I play is I wait, but if there's like one enemy that is really like just kicking your butt, maybe consider throwing a rank of the attunement at it. But I'd definitely say your skills are more important. Those liches hurt. Yeah, I do Ghost, Lich, and Wisp, and then followed by the Rangers. Nope, at least I didn't... Items? I used to do all items before Bestiary came out, but now it's not as important. Like some items, like this character only does magic damage, so all the items that give me like physical damage or penetrate armor, those don't really matter for this character, so instead those go to the Bestiary book. Okay, that makes me feel better because I've gone for items but thrown some to Wisp because God, I hate Wisp. Yeah, you kind of see it as like, if you're, it's like an opportunity cost. You can throw it at the Wisp now, or later. But as long as you're like getting all your skills relatively soon, when you're reaching like NG2, NG3, then I'd say you're doing it right. Because a lot of the base damage on the skills is better than anything else you can get. But yeah, it's weird, like Wisp are really bad for a while, and then they get like not so bad, and then they get bad again. I don't know, I guess it's just how the resist and everything scales. To explain that more, there's like a time where you have all your skills, but the items are still like a normal 1-to-1 ratio. You haven't attuned any items. Then you start attuning items, and when you find like Amulet of Kings, you have 60 resist, and like the level before you only had 30. So you get double the benefit of the items, and the difficulty of the game hasn't gone up that much. But then you go to NG20 and everything is scaled up a ton, but your items are still only double effect. So then you have to start scaling like the beast and everything. So it's kind of like game's really hard in the beginning from like 1 to 30, and then it becomes easy when you start attuning items, and then it gets harder again when your items kind of fall off because you can no longer attune any relevant items. And it's like if every run you get 70 items and they're all the same every single time, then eventually the content's going to get too hard for your 70 items to keep up, so you have to have some other way to scale your character. And that's usually in the form of more titles. Now you have Arena that you can do. Technically, Pyramid of Prophecy you can do for some extra stars. If you get stuck in the tower where you can't progress, you can go do some Pyramid runs, get some stars, attune those monsters that are holding you back. And from there, you can hopefully beat them after that, or if your resists are going too far in the negative, too early, and you can't handle it, or you don't feel like doing some Warlock runs, or you're trying to do Warlock runs and not having your resist, then go do some Arena, get some resist, go back at it. It's like a nice way you can get some free stats. So I know I said it before, but like the free stats you get from Arena is like so beneficial if you're just looking at it for one character. Because you spend 10 minutes and you get 5 stats, where the only stats you can get are basically Ranger title, Warlock title, Wizard title, or Paladin title. And if you only care about one class at that time, then that's 10 minutes to get an NG run on whichever character you pick, which is pretty good. But if you start looking at it for multiple characters, then to get 5 armor across all your characters, 8 characters, that's going to take you 80 minutes. And in 80 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes, you can probably do a run pretty easily on any of those classes. So that also makes their titles a little worse compared to like Sorcerer, where you get mana regen. Since you can't get mana regen anywhere else in the game, you have to level up Sorcerer. So if you're looking for a character to level like Sorcerer or Thief, that's kind of some stats you can't get anywhere else. Let's see. Oh yeah, max skills is my focus for everyone. Goddamn, I just love this game. So stoked to keep playing and have someone to watch like you, who's just amazing. Oh man, thanks for the kind words, dude. We're gonna make some more guides, so get all this information out there. Because stream a bit, but yeah, you know. Hopefully we can hit a wider audience, get more people playing the game. And I mean, I don't know everything. There's still a lot I'm learning. We have some other veteran people that show up in the chat all the time, and they actually know everything, or it seems like it. Which I guess I seem like I know everything, so. Either way, there's not a lot of like searchable information for this game, so I'm trying to create some of that. I don't think we need to pick up gold. I see myself over here picking up gold, but the imp kind of helped us out. We can completely ignore gold for now. And just focus on speed. Sequence completed. Just gonna grab the chest, maybe some of this ore. We desperately need ore. The wiki isn't completely up to date with the DLC. Oh god, yeah. I am not a wiki editor. That does not sound like something I want to do. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff out of date. There's a lot of stuff there's just not a lot of information about. Like, the patch notes are usually pretty vague. They don't tell you exactly what they changed, but they just say they changed something. Alright, let's see, yeah, definitely been feeling like I'm just winging it. Yeah, I was right there with you. Played Warlock first, and Sorcerer, and both were having tons of issues beating the first boss, and then slowly got the first 4 classes, beating the first boss, then the second boss, then found Thief, and did the same thing with Thief. Found Wizard, did the same thing with Wizard. Unlocked Priest finally, did the same thing with Priest. I think somewhere after that I was finally able to beat like the first NG level. Let's see, how far off the map does one need to stand to leech XP? I think it's 2 screens. I haven't played a lot of multiplayer, but I did a run today with Author, and we basically did split farm for the whole run. And he was 3% away from leveling to the max level at the end, and I was 13%. So we didn't really lose that much between us. So it'd be kind of hard to fall like really far behind in levels. Especially as you do like harder and harder content, it'll just increase even more. What do we want? So we kind of want the 3-piece bonus, because this is like 25 spell power for 1500 gold. But we don't want to hit the 4-piece bonus, because we don't want it to cost less mana, because it'll deal less damage with our current setup. We definitely take the defense. I think we will take the spell book, and hopefully we can watch out for the 4th piece and avoid it. More damage percent for each health missing. Increase attack speed. We're gonna take the attack speed here. It seems more useful for us, and we could have taken like the Ring of Rejuvenation, but it's kind of nice to take some common items out of the pool, so you can find other common items. I do love Thief though, most fun for me to play wise. Yeah, I think Thief, I like Thief a lot. I wouldn't say I have like a main, I'm kind of just cycling through. Paladin's my highest, but he's also the easiest character to play, or like the most forgiving character to play. But I would say Thief has like a high skill cap, if that's something you're looking for. Because yeah, everything's based off of evasion, but at the same time you have an AoE stun that you can use that gives you even more evasion. You have like a grappling hook for like getting out of there. But you have to aim it, you have to be able to not hit enemies and get stuck and all of that. I guess we're going to the boss. We'll kill some stuff for XP. It's like, there's really just diamonds left on this floor. We don't really need them. I think I like Thief and Sorcerer the most. Let me think. Thief for sure. Sorcerer's really fun. I don't really enjoy playing the Wizard. I'd say Gladiator I'm kind of in the middle with. Paladin, it's fun that he does hard stuff, but it's so, like, easy. Priest is really cool. I don't really like Warlock too much. I guess Warlock and Wizard are like my least favorite. Oh, that's the one that's at like no health. We don't want to kill that one yet. Alright, well we killed 2 of them. Alright. Usually want to kill them at the same time, but that rarely works out. Yeah, Paladin and Warlock was my start, but Thief and Gladiator have been my favorite. Yeah, I like the Gladiator. He feels like he's missing like a little bit with his kit. Because I play in primary, so you ignore mana. You ignore his, pretty much all his skills. You just focus on his primary doing crits. Which is kind of sad. It's sad not being able to like use your skills to like your advantage. Which maybe as my sorcerer gets higher, I'll have more mana to like actually use this stuff before I run out with overflowing physique. Because I really can only use it when I'm doing like a boss fight from standing still. I don't think there's any way you can play him as like a skill-based character because his cooldowns are too long. So you're kind of forced to go primary, and the primary like ignores his skills. Yeah, these wisps. Gotta respect the wisp right now. And the ghost. I don't have anything attuned on this character. I have some items, but not enemies quite yet. Let's see. Pure Dazzy, one of the best clips I have of this game. Oh god. Oh, the pro tank. Yes, that was a good one. From Giganus' stream. Oh yeah, I remember. That's one of those things you think in your head every time you do that, and then like someone actually does that. Easy puzzle. I don't remember easy puzzle. Wisps scare me more than anything between my playthroughs. It scares me more on the casters than anything else. Melee people, I feel like I can just continue to run, and if I'm running to the next set of enemies, killing the wisp, I'm leeching off the enemies in front of me, and the wisp are blowing up behind me. As long as you can keep that momentum, then you can kind of completely ignore them on like a primary character. But on like a range character, where you kill them from range, then you're running that direction, you run into all the explosions, and that's not good. So it's definitely harder on like Sorcerer, Wizard, Ranger, Warlock. But the other 4 classes, it's not bad. Just like mechanically how you kill things makes it easier. But there were times that I felt like I had the damage, but I felt like I was gonna rip to Wisp all the time, so I would start my run with an attuned Amulet of Kings. There's no shame in that. Alright, I gotta see what this clip is real quick. Let's see. Easy puzzle.
Alright,
Yeah.
do the memorization. It's super easy.
I'll clear what's up here.
No!
No.
Nice.
Secret. You.
Instantly ripped. Right after the first wave. So easy. I've been trying to get better at like memorizing all of those. What do we want here? I think I definitely want evasion. Evasion can save me more than anything else. This is technically, it's attuned, so it's whatever the additive number of 5% evasion plus another 5% evasion. And it's a 3-piece set bonus, so another 5% evasion. That's just really good. And we may just take Undead and Beast. Undead and Beast are like the best ones. Yeah, let's just do that. We get 20% extra damage and another 20% versus Beast, another 20% versus Undead, which Beast will include Thunder Snow, Undead will include all of Act 5, so... Wait, are the Trolls Beast as well? They must be. Yeah, so it'll help against Act 6, if you want to call it Act 6. Battlements. Oh, that's a lot of orbs. Nah, bro, I'm good. Let me just casually walk away from that. He didn't say he was going to beat it, just that he said it was easy. Well, I mean... just his opinion. Yeah, these wisps hurt in here. It's a delicate balance between killing them fast enough as you like run by them without running through tons of explosions. Gig still streams a bit. Yeah, I've seen him a few times. I think I saw him yesterday, but I was just logging on to start streaming when he was like already going / getting off. We're 62, we're on the second floor. We need to start killing more stuff, I think. We can just do a longer ritual phase to catch up on XP. I'd rather do that than fight Wisp and Ghost. I'll just fight more eyeballs. I did a carry run on NG+9. Love having my level skinny paladin just go in and skip everything. Well, not for him, his friend. Oh, okay, for his friend. Oh, we missed this button. Alright, we have a monolith. I'm gonna save that for the boss, especially if it's an XP monolith. That'd be kind of nice. Wouldn't have to worry at all about getting our levels. Pickaxe. Right after I went and picked up all the ore. That's fine though. Fortunate events. Alright. Alright, we got at least one portal left and a couple ore to grab. Got crown and almost had 10k XP. Or, sorry, HP. 2k. Ugh. Can't speak. Maybe we should do a paladin run. Get our nice, like, clean, even level 30. Oh, we didn't get it. We only found 2 books. That's fine. We may accidentally guess the correct one for the first phase then. Alright, we will try transmute. By the way, how do you kill bosses as a sorcerer? The way I do it is basically the same as this character. You just are using a Orb of Winter with Elemental Bruiser and the Cedric and Wilmer statues. Also, your Comet does a ton of damage versus a single target. So if there's only one boss, then it's definitely good to use. Sorcerer is like an interesting class because it every NG you do, it gets like slightly and slightly faster because you get more and more XP. So that's actually yeah, that one's number 1 then. So we're going for XP, so we're going to do them out of order on purpose to get more XP. But yeah, what I was saying about Sorcerer is you just get more and more mana regen, and that gives you more and more damage. But you're always like in a bind for mana, but as you get higher and higher NG, yep, just doing them out of order to get the XP. I need to go get towers. I do not have them. I haven't done DLC since it bugged out on my first run. Oh yeah, you definitely need some statues, dude. I would say do Pyramid of Prophecy on like all your characters just to get the genie out of the bottle. It's not super relevant, but technically it's like a damage increase if you ever need it. So I would say definitely do the pyramid on all your characters. You'll get a lot of the statues from that. Pick a character to grind NGs on higher and higher. Try to get like NG 10 on some character. And then you can go farm blueprints. Which is the method I showed off. Which I know a lot of people already like were using or knew about that method, but figured it'd help someone. I'm out of mana. And try to conserve mana a little bit. Just gonna farm it on Pally for easy mode. Yeah, I'm not sure if Paladin's easier than Thief. Paladin felt like weird for me, but I don't doubt that it's really easy. So second is Dark, so we're not going to do Dark then. Just grind some more XP. If the Act 4 boss wasn't really long already. I don't know what's best. I like Thief, so I might do that. Yeah, I have no idea what's best. It has to be a primary attacker, and I would say a character that can go fast, so Paladin followed by Thief, most likely. But even like Ranger could be really good. It's just probably easier to play a character that has a built-in AoE stun, or a character that has a heal. Not a Ranger fan. I feel that. Yeah, but it's basically like some character needs to be your high NG pyramid character. So I would go ahead and think about that now. Because I didn't really think about it, I just started doing it on Thief, and now I'm kind of questioning, like, alright, if I ever wanted to switch to Paladin, I have to do 15 pyramids to catch up to my Thief, and I could spend that time to just do more Thief ones, but if my Thief hits a wall, then it's going to be really awkward. Or if I get to like NG+30 in the pyramid and I can't go any higher, and I have to switch to Paladin, and I have to do 30 levels on the Paladin, I'm probably just not going to do it. So, I'm hoping that doesn't happen. Well, you know I like all the melee classes. Yeah, for sure. Melee's what's up. It's a good meta for the melee too. Because everybody goes primary except for Sorcerer, Wizard, and Warlock, I believe. Everybody else is basically the primary build. Oh, we leveled. Alright, 63. I wonder how good Priest? We played Priest earlier. Priest felt amazing. We did primary Priest. It was really solid. It and Ranger felt surprisingly, like really good. Like I think Thief feels really good as well. Like they were pretty decent before, but now they feel really good with the new statues. Gotta do some runs, or good luck on your runs. That's my biggest fear right now, is getting the statues and stuff. It's a huge upgrade. You mean you fear that you won't be able to get them? You'll be fine. It just takes a little bit. So I would say just get a character that you want to do high NG on for the pyramid. Even if it's like, even if high is like 5 or something, you know. The pyramid's not that bad. Or 3, if you can get all of the statues and all the patterns and get all the useful ones up to statue level 3, then it's going to be so good for like progressing through the tower. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Like really, in the end, I'm trying to just farm ore so I can get higher level statues so I can progress the tower more. So my pyramid's progressed enough that I need way more ore to catch my statues up to where my progression is. I'm just lazy and getting them as the fear. You'll be fine. What's your, how much pyramid have you done? And like, what statues have you gotten? If you're still looking for rank 1 on all of them, you can just do the strategy to run through with the Paladin and get one of each. But you'll probably find like rank 2 and 3 as well. Yeah, I would say you could easily, as long as you've done Pyramid NG1 on the Paladin, you can get all your statues to rank 3 without having to do any more Pyramid. Alright, are we strong enough to just run through here? Probably not. Gotta wait for it to reverse. Okay. Okay. Alright. I'll step over one fire tile. I don't want to step over a bunch. I got up to NG3 on my Paladin and I found up to rank 6 statues. Yeah, so rank +1 and +2 are really easy to find. After that, it gets like really rare. I've heard people getting like +5, but you have to really work for +5s. I would say it would be quicker to just do another rank before that happens. And I've had the case too. I've gotten some +3s by just farming. Because I had one point where all of mine were like 12 and 13, and my pyramid was 13, but I had Kyra level 7, so I was just trying to get Kyra higher. And in getting Kyra to 12 or 13, I got everyone to 14, 15, and 16. And it's still possible to get higher, it just gets really, really unlikely. It also depends how much ore you have to spend if you want to like farm out the patterns for rank 5 statues when you don't have enough ore for like rank 2 and 3 right now. It's kind of no point in doing it unless you just want to do it all right now. I'm still picking up gold for some reason. Just too used to it, I guess. Alright, so we have our ace chest. And this horrible trap. Spirit cloak, that's nice. Alright, I need some imps. It's like I haven't lost any keys this whole run. I have so many keys. Is this the same one again? I hate this one. Hey, nice. The wrong way. Sometimes YOLOing is just the answer. It won't be good when I'm on like super high NG and trying to do that. and you actually have to avoid everything. That's going to be kind of a learning curve again. Because you get kind of lazy with it when your character gets really strong. There's like the beginning of the game where it does way too much damage for you to like ignore it. There's the middle of the game where you can just completely ignore it. And you start getting into late game where you have to respect it again. Oh, we need to try to kill everything. We must have skipped a lot. Thought we pretty much cleared everything. We must not have though, we must have just like ran for chest and stuff. So we'll spend some time and get our levels. I think we almost have all the items we want attuned for this character, so maybe we can spend some on the Bestiary. The Wisps seem like a prime candidate for my character so far. All these guys in this act can be pretty nasty, but I'm way better at avoiding them. The Wisp feels like way too hard to avoid them. Markham's Mace. I may just take Markham's just cause. Also the Duelist Edge. We can get our Markham's 3, Duelist Edge, we can get our Trickster's 4. And I might take a Boost of Freedom just so we don't get pushed back on Dragon. Either that or Ring of Tea. Alright, so definitely Markham's, definitely Duelist. We don't have much combo. Let's go Boots of Freedom. We'll just take the utility. Blood Dagger. Not Blood Dagger. Never attune Blood Dagger, everyone. It's a good bit of items that are kind of just not worth attuning. It's a lot of ore up here. Just picked up like a bunch. Protective powers. I want to take it just in case it was an XP one. Kings. How many kings do we have? Just one. Our character is strong enough we can run through traps. That's nice. If Warlock's having issues with the Wisp, I'm sure the Wizard is going to have a really fun time fighting the Wisp. Wizard has like no HP. It feels kind of bad. But his kit is really good. He's just so squishy. He's that character where if you make like a single mistake, you're gonna fall over and die. Whereas like Paladin, you can stand in anything you want, do whatever you want, you're not gonna die. Try to farm out the rest of this level. Feels like we've been working really hard trying to get these 5 levels this run. We might have been behind on a level. So we're 64. Maybe we started at like 58, 59 or something. That's just a bunch of mana. Shouldn't be this hard to get 5. We must have skipped a lot. We just didn't realize it. Another ace key. You mentioned never tune Blood Dagger and I find the blueprint for Blood Dagger. Thanks. Well, now you'll never find the blueprint again. You're welcome. One more out of the pool. Hopefully your pattern farming has been going decently well. There's what, 108 items? Hopefully you're getting close to 108. Not even halfway yet. Oh. But I'm only NG1. Oh, okay. So yeah, you're only able to find the green patterns then. The common items, or uncommon items. I think all the rare items are NG2. Mage Bane. It's actually kind of good for this character. Whoa, we jumped up to 3 ace keys. What? Thank you, Keyring. Not like we've even had ace chest to open. We've had that one. So as like exciting as it seems to get an ace key off the first boss, it's really like -1 item in the long run. That's what it seems like, at least in my case. We could try to speed this up so we can use the protection monolith for the last boss. Because we're like 20% away from leveling. Now, if only there were 3 ace chests, right? That'd be awesome. Just like 3 chests in the same spot. That is our second piece of kings, so plenty of resist. Are we in the positives? We are in the positives. Our Markhams plus our king sets are actually in the positives. I guess also our NG level 1 Warlock and Paladin help as well. But before the item we would have been negative, would have been -7, so Amulet of Kings is pretty big. Let's see, incredible strength. Alright, we'll definitely keep that for the boss. But I do want to level if possible. Check out these diamonds, see if they're gold diamonds. They are gold diamonds over there. It's a ton of money. Maybe we can find an imp. Please, let's find an imp. feel cheated. Basically, I think I only found one imp this run. Oh well. We'll trade ace keys for imps. Please. Let's see what we got. Do we have money in town? We do not. And our tax is 71%. Yikes. So we're going to lose most of this gold. About 71% of it. Wand of Chaos. Decent. And we also got to keep our protection monolith. Maybe the dragon will be enough to enough XP to get us to level. Nope, not quite. Still missing a little bit. Let's check out our damage. We did 65 million damage. 6 million of it was physical, the rest was magic. You do so much magic damage as a Warlock, almost all of it. A lot of that was probably the items. Yeah, we weren't even behind on levels. Huh. Alright, well, let's see if there's any items we need to attune. Amulet of Vengeance, we don't need that anymore. We actually need to respec this, so let's go ahead and respec. Amulet of Kings, Armor of Kings. Let's go Duelist Edge. Lucky Hat, Markham's Amulet, Wand, Scepter, Volatile Casting, HP, Armor, Keyring, Luck, or Evasion, Skill Speed, Ring of Tea, Robe, Scarab, Seal of Soul, Pickaxe, or Spell Crit, Spell Damage, Magic Penetration, Resist, Sure Stun, XP, Armor, Stats, Disarm, Skills, Armor, Movement Speed, Life, Movement Speed, Luck. I'll take the 20% chance to block, Movement Speed, Evasion, Spell Power, Life. Alright, that leaves us 27 with everything I felt was pretty mandatory. We could go for more life. We'll go for stats. That's 18. We can do one green item with the leftover 9. Cloak and mini pocket. We'll just go more stats. Curios. Sweet. So yeah, that is our Warlock NG+9.